wanted to see a makeup tutorial, which thank you for wanting that. That's very flattering. Unless those were all spam comments and they were like, let's see if she'll actually do it. So I did that. Today you're gonna watch me do my makeup start to finish. Everything you see here, you'll see getting done in the next however long this video is. Thank you so much for wanting to see it, and I hope you like it. So let's get right into it. We're not gonna talk about all the stuff that everyone always talks about, so here's the video. I always start with eyebrows, which is very weird, but I think it's because that's like my biggest facial insecurity. Just for you guys, I did dye them with Just for Men light brown so that they wouldn't be as unbelievably blonde as they always are. So everything that I use every day is in here, and all my brushes are on this side. I start with my eyebrows. I use Anastasia, oh my god, I'm about to do it! I use Anastasia Dip Brow in blonde. I'm so excited. I've had this brush for so long, but I'm pretty sure it's the Anastasia Beverly Hills number 7 brush. I don't wash my brushes as often as I should, so I will like kind of loosen the bristles up just on the side of the thing. And then I go in with just a little bit, and before I even start, I'll like brush my brow hairs up a bit. Oh my god, my skin looks like sorry everybody. So I'll brush my eyebrow hairs up a bit just so I can see like how full I want them to be. So with the first pass of the product, I'm gonna start like about a third of the way into my brow and just start doing a line on the bottom and then go under the arch. So I've used pretty much all the product, so I'm gonna dip back in. Wow, thank you so much for doing this. I can't believe how boring this must be for you.
This is what I used to do for a living.
Oh yeah, for Clever, yeah?
Yeah.
So now that I've done my bottom line, I kind of just start going in the middle so most of that product gets deposited. And then I move towards the front just so it's not quite as pigmented in the front because I just like the way that looks better. And then I go on the top. I don't make a line, I just sort of like follow my natural arch. My brow also right here like never wants to get product on it for some reason. So I'll have to go in with the tiny little tip and then do just a little bit in there, like kind of tiny hair stroke sort of vibe. Now that I've had my first pass of product through, I'll just sort of spoolie, this is called a spoolie. I'll just spoolie through and see if there's anything I like or don't like. I do a lot of fixing with just my hands. Like I'm not a big makeup wipe person because they're expensive. I have super, super, super light eyebrows for some reason. I don't know why, because my hair, like, my natural hair is this color. It's just like brown. So I don't know why none of my eyebrow hair is that, but whatever. This is my completed brow, pretty much. I'll go in with this NYX Tinted Brow Mascara once I've done powder and stuff. I don't want to do that yet because then I'll get powder in it once I do like the rest of my face. This is a nice way to just kind of finish the look. Are you guys riveted? I'm gonna do this other brow off camera and we'll be right back. Wow, what if I didn't look like
I'm rolling.
2 brows? Since I'm doing like a full face today, I'll tell you guys where I normally stop because most of the time I don't wear any face makeup. I just do eyebrows and eyes and lashes. But today we're gonna be doing face makeup because I'm filming some more videos today. So with that, I usually do a bit more of a structured brow, which means I carve it out a little bit. So I'm going to take this was just like a little Morphe concealer brush that I used eyebrow scissors to cut the tapered part off so it's like a flat edge. And then I take Tarte Shape Tape in light sand. I just put a little of that on my hand, on my light hand, right? So yeah, I'm just gonna dip that in. We're gonna start about a third of the way in. The arch is always hard because I always get concealer in my brows, and that's another reason we save the mascara for the end so that it kind of just like cleans everything up so we don't have to go back in with more product. And then I'll use my finger to sort of just like buff out the front of it. I'll take some more concealer and I'll just drag it down. It's kind of like coloring in between the lines. Like once you get the outline, you can sort of just go crazy. Goes crazy. So now I'm just gonna take my finger and dip in a little bit and fill that in. I'm just priming my eyes because we're gonna put shadow down, and concealer just helps keep your eyeshadow like in place. There's always like a bunch on the side. I don't really care. I'm not very careful with my makeup. I think it's a really, really fun thing and I love doing it, but like it's also makeup and it's gonna come off at the end of the day anyway, unless I fall asleep in it. Oh, which, pro tip, if you sleep in your makeup, you don't have to do it the next morning. So like a lot of times if I'm just like too tired at night, this is a terrible idea to tell people. I'll like sleep and I'll try to sleep on my back, and then the next morning I'll just touch it up a little bit so that I can sleep longer. I got into makeup because I was really insecure about my eyebrows. So I was like, hey YouTube, how do I make myself have eyebrows? Who was the first? I think the first person I watched was Samantha Ravindall, and I still really, really like her. I think her videos are great. I watched a lot of Jaclyn Hill when I was getting into makeup. So we have our concealer on our eyelids. I also like to just throw a bit under, because that's where eyeshadow will go too, even though we're gonna conceal under our eyes later anyway. Then I take the Pure Bronzing Act bronzer. So what I'll do is I'll take a big, this one is a Morphe 528 brush, M528, set my eyes with it. And I do this so that when I put eyeshadow down, it goes like way smoother. There's no like skipping. A lot of the times if you put eyeshadow directly onto like a sticky base, a concealer, a primer, or whatever, it'll sort of skip and it'll be too dark in places and patchy in other places. So I like to just set it. This kind of ensures that it'll go on pretty smoothly. I've never talked this through before, even when I like sit in my room and pretend like I'm filming a makeup tutorial. I don't like talk it through this much. So we're gonna start with a Morphe M511 brush. I'm using this like gigantic fluffy brush just because I have a lot of lid space. I would, if you don't have the same amount of like lash to eyebrow range, I would start your transition color with like an M441. It's the same kind of thing, it's just a little bit smaller. This one's really, really fluffy. This is the, contrary to what it says, this is the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. This is our first transition color. So I'm gonna use this one. I don't know the name of it. We're gonna start right in the, where this like little V of your eye is. I'm just gonna lay that color down and then back in there. And we use this transition color just so that it makes all the other like blending way easier. And I like to just kind of go back and forth in windshield wiper motions. Wow, I can't believe how much I sound like Jaclyn Hill. I like to make sure it gets blended pretty high up just because that's how I like it. So if you don't like it that way, don't do it that way. All right, now we're gonna go to the other side. Same exact thing. And I like to do little circles. Let's see, is that relatively even? See, here's what always happens. I mess it up. I do a lot of fixing with just my hand. Okay, that's way better, for sure. So now I'm gonna go back into that M441 brush, the kind of smaller fluffy brush. I like to just kind of fluff it off because again, as you can tell, these are not clean brushes. I do clean my brushes. I probably clean my brushes once every 3 weeks. Because I'm the only one who uses them. I'm not like a makeup artist. I'm not using them on other people, so I think it's fine. It's kind of just like a chill brown. Tap off the excess and do the same exact thing, but it's just gonna be a little tighter this time. And we're not gonna blend it quite as high. So we're just staying tight in that V. Ew. We're just staying... We're just staying close into the eye socket and then bringing her up. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Am I gonna do a third color? Perhaps. Okay, I'm actually not gonna do a third color, but what I am gonna do is I'm gonna take that first blending brush and just kind of push these together really lightly, just kind of making them get married. Cute. Now I'm gonna go in with Tardis Double Take Eyeliner. I've been doing a winged eyeliner.
You're the original. You're the OG.
Oh my god, thank you. Yeah, I've been doing this for like 10 years, easy. For sure 10 years. But the way that I do it is pretty similar to everybody else's. I'll take my lower lash line. I'll just pretend like that keeps going. So we're just gonna follow that line. With the tip, we're gonna start right at the corner of our eye and just flick it up. This looks pretty good, so I'm gonna connect it down to my actual lash line. Great. So now we're gonna start from the inside. Great. And now it's just filling it in. And we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. It's terrible. Who did this one? Not me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to fix it by just, oh wow. Those are different. How different do they look? Of course. Okay, because they both look good. It's just a matter of which one we're gonna try to stick to. And what I'm gonna do is a cardinal sin, and I'm gonna try to make this one match this one. So I see that this is longer, so let's try. That's okay. That's all right. This is fine. This is fine. This is all right. Everything's fine. I'm keeping it right here. I'm not touching it. It's as close as it's gonna get, and that's okay. So right now I'm just gonna throw on some mascara, because the thing I hate most when it comes to people's makeup is if they have lashes on but they don't have mascara. If you told like 20-year-old me that I was gonna wear lashes every day, I'd be like, okay. But here I am. I still have lash glue stuck on my eyelashes from last night, 2 weeks ago, who knows. I tried to take it off in the shower. It's impossible to get all the lash glue off your face. I have already f***ed my eyeshadow up, if you can tell. To be honest, that really doesn't bother me all that much, because once I put lashes on, you won't really be able to tell. There we go. They look like little lamb chop lashes. These are House of Lashes in the style Allura. They're my favorite lashes of all time, and yeah, I love them. I'm running out, so House of Lashes. You want to hook a girl up who won't be able to do anything for you? These are very old. I use my lashes a lot of times. I don't know if I can legally advise you to do that, so I'm gonna say you should not do this. But what I do, and you shouldn't, I'll just go in and just start picking off glue that was on there yesterday or 2 weeks ago or however long I've been using these lashes. Wow, everyone's gonna see how gross I am because the way I get rid of glue. Because what I could say is I put it on a little tissue and I throw it out like everybody else. No, no, no. What I do, I'm so gross. I'll just ball it up and I'll just throw it in a corner. And then I say that that's a problem for later, Irene, who's cleaning my room. And then once we're done with that, I'll go in with my House of Lashes glue. So just kind of like evenly distribute it in an okay amount until you're done. I'm gonna let this go off to the side to dry. I'm gonna take my left lash. Here's the thing. Do you have to wear lashes for this look? No. Do you have to do this look at all? No. I just want you guys to watch it over and over again. I never wore lashes. You don't need to. I just think that they're very fun and pretty and they make me feel confident, flirty, blah, 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 whatever. And while they're drying, I'm gonna prep my face because after I put on lashes, that's usually where I would stop. But again, since we're filming today, I am putting on a little extra makeup. So I am taking the Makeup Forever Step 1 Nourishing Primer. I also use the Herborian Glow Cream, just like a pea-sized amount kind of vibe. And then same thing on this one. I use a little more of that one. The Glow Cream is cool because it's like glowy. And I'm doing this now so that it can kind of get tacky. So I like to take my lash, I don't use tweezers or a tool or anything. I just take the middle of it. I start with my inner corner and I put that right where my lashes start to become like bigger and longer, and then put it on the outside, and that's when I start to like squeeze it and push it into place. Boom, boom, boom. This is probably so gross to watch. AJ, how gross is it?
5
out of 4. And so what you might see that like the lash kind of pulled down on some of the liner. So what I'm gonna do just to fix that, I'm gonna take the very, very tip of this eyeliner and just go where I see that there's some missing. And that's that. So that's that eye. And we'll throw this other lash on. Yay! Okay, cool. This is where I would usually stop. Not for any reason, like I don't think my skin is too good for foundation. It's honestly just like too tedious, so I don't usually do it. This foundation is the Revlon Color Stay Full Cover. Ooh, excuse me. This is a 175 Soft Ochre. So I'll do a big dollop on my hand. Oh wow, that's far too much foundation, Irene. Why'd you do that? So I'm using an old beauty sponge, which I tried to clean, but it didn't work very well. I love that this probably sounds like I'm trying to be like so relatable, but like this is just like purely my makeup. There's a bunch of fingernail punctures in here because I squeeze it too hard. There's a lot of wrong when it comes to me. I'm just starting to tamp this in. Everyone say hi to AJ. Comment below if you love AJ. What I'm gonna do is I'm just tamping this in. Since I already did my eyes and my brows, this is the part that I think people do their face first for. Okay, alliteration. Because it's kind of annoying to have to go around. But I would prefer to do that than like if all of a sudden I decide that I hate my eye makeup, I can just wipe it off and not have to mess with my face again. So I'm just being careful to stay not hitting where I've already done my makeup. This is a Morphe sponge, and so you can kind of go around the parts that you've done a little easier. My skin's been pretty bad, probably because I've been eating like garbage and wearing my makeup all day, so I can also wear it the next day. So I'm not surprised that my skin's a little upset with me. Okay, so now that I have my foundation on, we're gonna go in with the other cream products we have before we start doing powder. And that cream product is that same Light Sand Tarte Shape Tape that we used for our eye primer. This is a really, really nice concealer. So I just do a little bit here, a little right here, and yeah, and then obviously some under my eyes because Mama did not get enough sleep last night. So then I just pat this in with the same exact sponge I just used. I like doing it that way because the foundation that's still on here will kind of help you blend your concealer in. And I hit these parts of my face because these are the ones that I want to accentuate and bring a highlight to. Oh, I'm using Laura Mercier translucent powder. I like this one because it's what everybody on YouTube told me to like. I'm not gonna like bake, but I am gonna set with a good amount of powder. Oh, who needs clean jeans, you know? Whatever. So I'm just hitting all those places that I highlighted with translucent powder. Now, I'm gonna take a Morphe E3 brush. I'm gonna dip it in that powder a little bit, and I'm gonna start to wipe the powder away. I know it seems a little redundant to dip it in powder and then wipe powder away, but it helps just get the places I didn't hit with a ton of powder. I just do big circular motions and wipe upwards. Oh wow, my skin flakes aren't as bad as I thought. You're a grand old flag. Everyone stopped watching. Everyone already stopped watching. Now we're gonna go in with bronzer. I use this as a contour and a bronzer and whatever. So I take a Morphe M523 brush and I dip it in there. Then I'll start right at the tip of my ear, like where my ear starts, and just start going down. Once that's in, I'll kind of circle buff it so it's not too like, because as pretty as that looks sometimes, it's not really the vibe I'm going for right now. Then I'm gonna take some more, bring it up so that there's a little bit of color and definition on the forehead, on the temples, the jawline, bring that down a bit. I do not know how to nose contour, but I will add just like a little bit of color just so it looks like I did something. Literally, that's the only reason. We're doing the exact same thing on the other side now. I look so much prettier than I did in the beginning of this video, let's just all be honest. This is why I love makeup, because now I can like go into the world feeling very confident, very put together. And also makeup is so chill because like we just spend a good amount of time like doing something for ourselves and taking time to make sure that we look the way we want to look and we are presenting ourselves the way we want to be presented. Sure. Now we're gonna go in with the Too Faced Love Flush. I went into Sephora and was like, hi, like what color do you think would look good with my skin and da-da-da. And the girl who worked there was like, I don't know, this one? And I was like, okay. I knew nothing about makeup, so I was like, sure. But I still use it all the time. I'm taking the Morphe E4 brush. This is not sponsored by Morphe. Would be very cool if it was. I just really like Morphe. They have very quality brushes and makeup products for a really good price. So that's why I use so many of them. And with the apple of my cheeks and the slant going upwards, we're just gonna add that blush.
Apple of my cheeks. I've never heard that before.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. That's a real comment below. I really actually want to know.
Wait, yeah, do you guys comment below if you've never heard the apple of my cheeks? I love blush. I think blush is really pretty. I think it brings a look together. I also blush a lot just in real life, so I don't need too much of it. Cool. And now the last thing that I always do is highlight. I'm not like a highlighting kind of there are so many people who want to like glow to the gods. And as fun as that is and works for them, it's not really my vibe. So I just like to use a little bit. This is the Becca highlighter in Moonstone. So I tapped in there, dusted off the excess, and just at the highest point of my cheekbone, I'm just gonna add it in there. It's definitely very pretty. I'll take the tip. Oh, this is a Morphe 501 brush. And take the very tip of it, add it right in the center. Tear duct middle of my eye. What am I talking about? The corner of my eye. Highlighting the corner of my eye.
Apple of my eye.
Oh. Same thing, tip right up into the brow bone. I like this because it's not super concentrated, so it's not like this like very aggressive highlight up there. We're gonna go in with the same exact colors. This is a Morphe brush. I don't know the number because I got it in like a set, but it's this cool kind of like fluffy, sort of tapered thing. I'm just gonna go in with the second color right on the tip of that brush, knock off the excess, go right under the lash line. Yeah, perfect. And same thing. Cool. A little mascara on the bottom. I only do the outside half with mascara just because it leaves your eyes looking a little more open. Oh, there's mascara just right up in my eyeball. This is the Sephora lip stain, I think, but it's really just like a matte liquid lipstick in 120. So I'll start on the bottom. Rub it in so I get a general idea. I tried to overline for a while, but I'm not good at it, so it just looked bad. So I was like, you know what? I'll just stick to what I got. I guarantee I'm gonna get a call from my mom, and she's gonna be like, did you do a video putting on makeup, Irene? You really think people want to see that? Sure. Okay. Last thing, like I promised, we're gonna do our Tinted brow mascara. Brows look fine right now, but I think this just kind of gives it a little oomph. I love brows so much. I only have a very little bit left, and this isn't even MAC Fix Plus. This isn't This is not MAC Fix Plus. I think it's a Pixie one. There's a lot of controversy as to if setting sprays work or not, but I use them because Jaclyn Hill told me to, so. Oh, comment below. Also, I need you guys to leave me a couple comments. One about the apples in my cheeks. One about if you love AJ. And one about what your mirror face is. And if you think you don't have one, you do, and then comment what it is. That's how I do my makeup, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys like the video, we can definitely do more like this. Please like and subscribe to, okay. Please like and Please like this video, subscribe down below, share it with people. When you subscribe, click the post notification, the little bell, ding. Click that because that helps me and that helps you see whenever my videos come out. Yeah, thanks so much and have a great day and bye, love you.
Just do some slang too.
Oh, love that. Hold on, I'm almost ready to slay. I cannot. Okay. Wow, I'm acting like I haven't practiced this 8,000 times. Is this right? Notice I'm only giving you my good side. I'm never like...
Perfect.
Yay!